You once said, it was quite a while back, so things have probably changed, and I'm sure you have as well. But you said that what pissed off the Americans was that a black man won the vote, or won as became president of America. Yet the majority of the Americans were predominantly white. It's made absolutely no sense to me. In America, it is not a racist country, unlike South Africa. Here, skin color is everything, and to you, it seems to be a big issue as well. But in America, they do what they do best, and that is vote in the best man for the job. That is why America is so successful and has so many successful industries. And that is why we are in the disaster we are in, because we choose people on their skin color, not on their ability. They are judged and chosen on skin color, not on the ability to do the job. Thanks, Roscoe, and great show.
Thanks, Mike. Ebrahim, I see you taking copious notes there in response to Mike. So
no, look, the 2009 elections was essentially a good one for an Obama to win. He had a great campaign, but he got a hospital pass. It was better for him to bail out the banks, to bail out JP Morgan, bail out the housing institutions, and to sell that to an angry constituency who wondered, why the hell are you bailing them out when they've caused this disaster? And so it was a good one, but for the first time, they call former presidents Mr. President. Mm-hmm. The current president wasn't even called Mr. President. And so they immediately went on the dog whistle with Hussein.
Barack Hussein Obama.
Yes. Mm. And all of those kind of things. So I think he understood what it was, and he spent the first 2 years appeasing, hoping that it would work. But the fact of the matter is that it was on his watch that Trayvon Martin got killed, that Floyd got killed, that all of those, and I'm sorry, Mike, they're all black.
Mike says that United States is a perfect meritocracy and it's not racist at all.
Yes, and the point of the matter is that just like the colored community in the Western Cape disproportionately fills up the prisons, the African American community in the USA disproportionately fill up the prisons. And that's a reflection of the socio-economic and the socio-pathological underpinnings that comes from communities who have been enslaved, the victims of segregation, the victims of apartheid, etc., etc. So the point of the matter is that, and the perfect democracy and elections, Americans would kill for our turnout. 27% of Americans vote. Mm. And then they split 50-50. Mm. And then they never give anyone a clear mandate. So America is this car that drives with one foot on the accelerator and one foot on the brakes. It's like a popper wheelie. Lots of noise, lots of movement, but all in one place. That's why they haven't passed a budget for the last few years. That's your perfect democracy. They can't even pass a budget. They just print more money. Mm-hmm. And so you don't want to be 80 years old in America. 80-year-olds still work. You've got to hold on 2 jobs. There's no sick leave.
The labor protections are being eaten away by
all of those things.
Amazon.
So the point of the matter is, it's a wonderfully generous society. I've discovered that. But it has deep fault lines. We are hard on ourselves 30 years into democracy. America is where it is because 270 years ago, or thereabouts, it had independence. For the next 100 years, they coexisted with slavery. For the next 150 years, they coexisted with not allowing women to vote. The next, up till the 60s, they coexisted with segregation. I mean, how do you coexist with deep fundamental pathologies for 200 years after you declare yourself the greatest democracy? So this is not the point at which to debate all of that. The issue is we are coexisting 30 years with a lot of inherited pathologies. But you know, the difference is we call it out.